A 2021 online survey of more than 1,000 people who have periods found more than 40% say they struggled to buy period products at one point. That study from the company You by Kotex found that number had jumped 35% just since 2018.
The data from that study also showed more than a third who have low incomes reported missing work or school or something like that because they said they didn't have the right access to period supplies.
So as part of our Women's History Month coverage, I met a Kansas City woman who, along with her volunteers, partners with KC nonprofits to get period products to communities in need.
Beyond food, beyond shelter, Nicole Springer is trying to fill a basic need with no shame attached.
If you have any struggle at all to afford period products, then that's period poverty. That's you're not able to meet your body's basic needs.
Springer, through her organization No Shame, brings 100 period packs each month to Operation Breakthrough for the hundreds of families in need they serve.
Our period packs.
Before I got hired here, I was a parent, and I still am.
And Michelle Jones works with those families who need help.
It's easy to get food off food stamps, but we can't get hygiene products. It means a lot. We get more people, more of our families that come in to grab a hygiene than food now.
She says to many of their families, tampons and pads might be considered a luxury they can't afford when they're not a luxury at all. She knows what that's like. So does Springer.
I couldn't afford my own period products off and on for a couple of years and had to resort to stealing from my company's stockroom.
Springer started No Shame in 2020 while volunteering with the houseless population and admits she didn't think about the need until someone else mentioned it.
It's okay that you've never thought of this before. I never thought of it and I experienced it. The point is, you know about it now. The seed has been planted. You can plant the seed too.
I had never thought about it once, and that's crazy when half of the population goes through this.
I just put it on Facebook, and here we are today. Over 76,000 period products donated to us.
Tampax female products were dropped in by one of our board members.
Those donations come from individuals or drives like this one at the Johnson County Bar Association. But Springer says the need is nowhere near met and still has a stigma.
It's not that we want period products, we have to have them. So why would there be a stigma to it? I don't know. So thank goodness there are charities like No Shame who are giving to women that really need them.
Girls shouldn't have to miss school because they're worried about bleeding through their pants. I mean, that's the reality of it.
It's really hard because if you don't have this in the community for these children are suffering.
No Shame submitted testimony to Kansas lawmakers supporting a bill that would exempt hygiene products, including period products, from state sales tax. We reached out to the sponsor of that bill, who says as of right now there's no further action planned for that bill, but that he may try to add it as an amendment if any other sales tax exemption bills make it far enough through the legislature. So we've been thinking about this a lot since we started doing this, talking in the newsroom about this story, about how fortunate that I've been to not have to worry about access.
Yes.
And the stigma. You know, I'm a grown woman, and I feel like I have to hide a tampon on my sleeve when I go to the bathroom.
Right.
Why is that stigma there?
I think it also speaks to how rare it is the people who are writing laws and making laws are not people who have periods more often than not. And that's a situation where there's an awareness of things that you don't think about that people that are part of your organization or part of your constituency need right now. And it's a situation that can be remedied pretty quickly. So if you'd like to support No Shame, the grassroots organization is not a 501c3 right now and not accepting monetary donations, but they do have an Amazon wish list of period products right now if you'd like to help.
Absolutely. And they have a packing party coming up on April 14th. Those packs you saw they were dropping off at Operation Breakthrough. That's at Lost Evenings Brewery in Lenexa. We have a link to the details for their organization and all of their events and all of those things on our website, kshb.com.